What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the PapiShow, baby. So check it. It's the first of the month, and as you can see, it's story time. You feel me? And before I get into it, I just gotta rant a little bit. You feel me? Cause a lot of y'all be watching my videos. Y'all don't be commenting. Y'all don't be subscribing. Y'all don't be liking. Like, at least comment. Like, you feel me? You're gonna watch. Like, you just face watching. You feel me? And like the whole point of the channel is for me to put you on game and shit like that. You feel me? And I try to be funny with it with the story times. You feel me? Because I got a lot of stories to tell. You feel me? Like the time I got arrested for ordering strippers, or the time I almost got jumped for talking to somebody's girl, or like on some toxic shit when I had a girl pull up on me during a snowstorm, but not this snowstorm, last snowstorm. She pulled up on me and I kicked her out. And I had another shorty pull up on me, and I had that girl give me $40 so I could give that other girl $40 so she can like go home or whatever the case may be, because I wasn't gonna pay for her shit because she was being mad annoying. You feel me? And another thing I gotta say is, like, I know a lot of my story, they kind of a little toxic or whatever the case may be, but oh well, because people be quick to cast judgment on others but be doing way worse. Like, example, I got a female friend that I be telling her everything type shit, you feel me? And she tell me everything, you feel me? And I'm gonna put her business out there real quick. It's all right because I told her that I was gonna do this. She gave me the green light. So I think the story that I'm about to tell you right now, I told her, and she's like, oh my God, you're mad toxic, this, that, and the third. Mind you, the girl that I told or whatever the case may be, she is like, she's a big feminist, this, that, and the third. And you see the hypocrisy, I'm gonna tell you the hypocrisy of this whole thing. I told her the story, but she was like, oh, you really hate women? Like, why you do this? Why you so toxic to women? Girls go through so much shit. Mind you, I'm single. I can do whatever I want. You feel me? She's talking to a dude. She slept with, like, dude, family member. They don't even know about that. And the guy she talking to now, she on and off with him. And as she's on and off with him, she's messing with somebody that he mess around with. You feel me? And I told her, like, how is it that I'm toxic and this, that, and the third, but you could do the same thing? You feel me? Like, that's the hypocrisy. And that's what I was trying to say before, when people like to cast judgment on what you got going on but be doing worse. You feel me? And every time I tell her, she be like, oh, misogyny, feminist, this, that, and the third. I'm like, no, it's all that when it only benefits you. You feel me? So when you hear my stories and you feel like, damn, like, yo, this guy's real toxic, we should not fuck with him, this, that, and the third, you're probably doing worse than me. At least with me, I own up to my truth, you feel me? And I try to make it funny and I put it out there, you feel me? And I laugh about it. But that's me done being ranting. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm getting right into it. All right, so boom, check it. I just moved to the spot where I'm at like last year type shit, you feel me? So I'm the type of person, every time I move to a new area, I always try to like scout it out. Like, I go for a walk, I see the scenery, try to get in tune with the people, like the culture and shit like that. So I moved to the area and I seen this shorty and she was walking. Before I like talked to her, let me just give you a real quick rundown. I'd never talk to a girl while she's walking, you feel me? Fellas, don't do that. If you ever see a girl walking in the streets, just let her be, you feel me? Her mind is like trying to get to point A to B, and she's not worried about nobody. If anything, she's trying to stay away from people. You feel me? Like, if you want to talk to a girl, make sure that you talk to her in a controlled environment, as in like a supermarket, a bookstore, or whatever the case may be. Wherever you feel like you have control of the situation where you can interact with her, you feel me? You talk to her. So I'm new to the area. I'm walking around. I see this girl, fire John. You feel me? She's like imagine Pocahontas, but like dark skin, Spanish, like fire. So I go into the supermarket and she go to the supermarket too. So I think she went to the supermarket before me. I was being a creep and I fake followed her in there, you know, trying to spit game. Long story short, she gave me her phone number, but it was a fake number, which is alright because, you feel me, I live in New York City and a lot of y'all men out here, y'all be wilding. So I advise women to be walking around with fake numbers to give people, just in case, you know, you feel like it's a hostile situation. So I get her number and we start texting, whatever the case may be. I'm the type of person that when I'm texting somebody, I try to link them fast. You feel me? So like a week later of us texting, I made plans for it because one thing about me is I'm a genuine person, and if I'm texting you and I feel like there's a connection, I'm gonna try to, act upon that. You feel me? So I made plans for us. I hit up Shorty, like the whole week of us texting, everything was good vibes, whatever. Conversation was flowing. It was never a dull moment. So the day of, I had made plans. We were supposed to go do something in the city. Like 30 minutes before we were supposed to link up, I text Shorty, like, oh hey, just so you know, things are still in motion. Let me know when you're done getting ready so then we can go together. You feel me? So it hit the time when we were supposed to meet up, and she didn't rate me. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe she's running late. 20 minutes later go by, she still ain't rate me. An hour later go by, so I text her like, yo, hey, what's going on? Like, we supposed to meet up. Like, things changed, let me know. She ain't text me back. So the next day I wait like a whole 24 hours before I text her again. I'm like, damn, like, shorty really didn't text me back. So I text her like, yo, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? Like, I hasn't heard from you. Like, if you didn't want to meet up, you could have said something, you feel me? So what you call it? She still ain't rate me back. So boom, I left it alone. You feel me? Fast forward a whole year later. So I started going to the gym in the Heights. You feel me? I don't live in the Heights. I just go to the gym in the Heights. You feel me? So I'm at the gym in the Heights, and I'm walking home, and I peep Shorty. Like, I seen her face. She came out of a car, and I seen her walking. I'm like, yo, that's the girl that I tried to talk to last year. And she peeped me too. But I wasn't gonna stop and say nothing to her, because, you feel me, she curved me back. She pretty much curved me back then. So I'm walking, and she tapped me, and I look back, and when I tell you, yo, this girl blew up. Like, before she was a problem, but like now, stupid thick, like a whole thick bowl of oatmeal. You feel me? So she like, oh, you remember me? And I'm like, yeah, I remember you, Miss Green Bubbles. And she started laughing, whatever the case. And she's like, oh, that was just my business number. I don't give out my number like that. This, that, and the third. And I was like, she gave me her real number. And I'm like, yo, you sure you're not going to ghost me like you did last time? She was like, nah, we're just going through something. Feel me? It was never you. I'm sorry. This, that, and the third. So I'm like, all right, cool. Say no more. So what you call it? We started texting or whatever the case may be. And I'm feeling the vibes like it was the first time we was texting. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to make plans for us. Like, you with it? She's like, yeah, I'm with it. I this, that, and the third. So before we met up or whatever the case may be, I'm the type of person that I don't say nobody numbers, you feel me? So I tell her like, yo, send me a picture of you feel me? So I can save it as your contact. But I wasn't going to save a number, because one thing about me is I'm very superstitious with saving people's numbers, because every time I save somebody's number, everything goes left. So she sent me mad pictures of her, and one of the pictures, Shorty was throwing her shit back at the camera. I'm like, golly, because I'm telling you, Shorty was thick as hell. So boom, I made plans for us again for the same spot that we were supposed to go to like a year ago. I don't care. I wasn't really like in a, I don't know. I just made the same plans from last year. So I hit her like, yo, let's meet up, this, that, and the third. We're gonna go together. Again, she canceled on me. This time she had the decency to like text me and let me know like, oh hey, I'm not like, she said some shit. She gave me some BS excuse and I deleted her number. I was mad. You feel me? She was like, oh, I'm not feeling it right now. Like, I'm not in the mood to go out. I'm like, all right, cool, say no more. So after that, I'm like, damn, Shorty, I'm at home now. I'm like, damn, like, Shorty really got me. Like, this is the second time now. Like, I made plans with this girl and she canceled on me. So it's like, I'm just wasting my time. Like, we both grown. Like, you see me trying to make an effort and getting to know you, and you keep canceling on me. So fool me once, no, fool me twice. I don't even know how the saying goes, but you're not gonna fool me a third time. So I stopped like texting her, and she started texting me a little bit more. And all my text messages were like hella dry. They was like, okay, cool, wow, damn, you feel me? And I remember I had a weekend off of work. So me being funny, I texted her like, oh, hey, you want to meet up? Like, let's go out on some chill shit. But I'm not going to make plans until we meet up in person. You feel me? And she laughed about it. She was like, okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's meet up like around 6. So I'm like, all right, say no more. So boom. Like around 6 o'clock, she texted me like, yo, hey, is it okay if we reschedule for later on in the day? And I'm like, all right, cool, say no more. We rescheduled for like 7. 7 came, she kept. 7 came, she rescheduled. Then 7:30 came, she rescheduled. 8 o'clock came, she rescheduled. And I'm thinking like, all right, like she ODing now, like we not even gonna meet up. So boom, she texts me like, yo, hey, listen, let's meet up like around 10:30. So I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I send you my address, this is where I'm at, just pull up on me. So I'm like, all right, say no more. So she started asking me like, yo, what's your favorite types of foods and shit like that, you know, mad random stuff. So I answer and I'm like, yo, one of my favorite types of foods is Thai food. She's like, oh, I never had Thai food before. Like, what you be getting? So I told her everything that I love to get when I eat Thai food. And then she's like, listen, you gonna pull up on me? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm getting ready. So now this is me at home. I'm getting ready and I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, yo, shorty really wasted my time twice now for like a whole year. So I'm about to be on some sleazeball shit, you feel me? And just try to knock her boots off and get up out of there. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't care. Listen, she wasted my time before when I was really genuinely trying to get to know her. So now I'm just being a regular nigga now. So I remember, so I'm in the bathroom. I don't know about y'all, but I take sex like a game. Like sex to me is like a chess game. It's like a mental game. Like you gotta be mentally aware of everything that's going on. You feel me? To please your partner, whatever the case may be. So I'm in the bathroom, like amping myself up. I'm like, yo, cause shorty, I'm telling you, shorty was a piece. So I'm in the bathroom, like trying to amp myself up, trying to get my shit up. Like, yeah, I'm about to knock her shit off, cause I was talking to another girl before this, and she curved me or whatever the case may be, and she curved me, and I feel like I wasted mad time with this girl, you feel me? Because I was really feeling this girl, and I was really trying to take this girl serious. So that shit messed me up mentally, so my shit was not getting up. So I remembered that I had recorded a honey pack video prior, like a couple weeks back, so I'm like, yo, let me take that honey pack. So boom, I take the honey pack. Whatever the case may be. Now I'm getting ready to go. Shorty like, yo, before you leave, cop a bottle, this, that, and the third. I like Patron. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I go cop everything. So she sent me the address, and I get in the Uber, and I Uber to her. But I'm a really tactician type of dude. You feel me? Before I got to the spot, I had the Uber drop me off a couple blocks away so I could scout the area, make sure that there's no setup, no funny businesses going on. You feel me? So he dropped me off like around the corner from where I'm supposed to be. And Shorty sent me the most whitest part of Harlem. You feel me? So imagine this is the street that I'm supposed to meet up with her. And then this is like the other streets. You feel me? This right here, mad homeless people, mad bums. Everybody's outside, there's mad shit on the floor and stuff like that. You turn the corner, it's mad, like it's a whole different area. You feel me? Like you in a whole different part of New York City. So after I done all my little loop around the whole block, I knock on the door like, yo, I'm here. And when I tell you, Shorty came outside. Yo, Shorty came outside in a whole black miniskirt dress, ass everywhere, ass hanging out. Like, yo, Shorty was so, yo, I'm telling you, like, this might have been one of the biggest big body kills that I ever got. But she came out looking real good. Mind you, before I go into the story, Shorty, she does everything. Like, she does hair, she like into real estate, she baby, like she does everything, you feel me? So at that particular night, she was dog sitting. So she opened the door and this big ass dog come out of nowhere. Like, I'm 5'11", 6 feet, and I weigh like 185. This dog is big. This dog was as big as me. come out of nowhere, start sniffing me and shit like that. I'm scared as hell. So she like, come in, she's friendly, this, that, and the third. So she walked me down this long ass hallway, and I'm walking, but my mind is still on the dog, because I'm like, yo, this dog is mad big, bro. Like, out of nowhere, this dog could just eat me. So she sit me down, and when she sit me down in front of the table, every single type of food that I was talking about with the Thai food was there. Like the drunken noodles, the mango sweet rice, the I think it was like some type of juice, the shrimp dumplings. She got everything that I wanted. So we sitting and we kicking it. Mind you, I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. You feel me? And I'm eating the food, and she bring me a big glass, a big fancy ass wine glass with the nice ice. You feel me? You ever get that crushed ice? That's how fancy the ice was in the spot that I was at. For me, and I was just in there just chilling. And then I started looking around. Yo, when I kid you not, it was nothing but white folks' pictures all over the place. And my heart started beating like, yo, she really got me in these white folks' house. And I'm like, yo, like, whose crib is this? She like, oh, this is the owner's dog. I'm dog sitting, this, that, and the third. Like, you good in here? Don't worry about it. And I'm like, yo, if they came right now, I would have to go to jail right now because I'm trespassing. Like, I'm black and you got all these white people pictures all over the place. Got me nervous as hell. She's like, yo, you doing too much. Like, chill. So, like, I'm nervous as hell, but I'm not trying to let it show. And this big ass dog was just sitting there watching us eat. Like, yo, I kid you not, the dog did not move from like wherever it was like sitting down. So we started drinking or whatever the case may be, and I bust down all the food and I'm just eating ice. Like I'm telling like, yo, I keep on telling like, give me more ice, give me more ice, give me more ice. This because it was the fancy ass ice and the nice ass wine glass and shit like that. I was drinking the Patron like this, you feel me, with the pinkies up. So the honey pack started kicking in because I started feeling it. So I'm like, yo, let's put on a movie. So we put on a movie. And, you know, I put my arm around her and shit like that. And we cuddling or whatever the case may be. And the honey pack is hitting. And my shit going up. So I know she felt because the way she was leaning on me, like her head was right here. Her arm was on my leg. And my shit was throbbing. My shit was going like that. So I don't know if it's me, but I'm the type of person. I don't know if it's just me. Like I started sniffing her, you feel me? Like on some, you smell good. Like, I don't know, like I'm telling you, it gotta be me, because I tell other people and they be like, oh, this don't happen to them. But like, I could smell sex on a girl, you feel me? Like, every time I'm around a girl before we get into the moment, I usually be sniffing her because her scent is not the same as it was prior to that. So I already knew like she was ready, you feel me? So one thing led to another, honey pack hitting. I start knocking her boots off throughout the entire crib. Like, I'm knocking her boots off. I'm looking at these white folks' pictures all over the place. The dog is watching us. We do it on the couch. We do it in the living room. We do it in the bathroom, the kitchen, on the floor. We did it on the dog bed, bro. On my life, we did it on the dog bed. Like, I had her get in the dog because the dog bed was big as hell. I tell her to get on all knees, going crazy. But I'm scared as hell though, because I'm like, yo, I'm locking in at all these pictures. I'm like, yo, they gotta have a hidden camera or something. Like they just might pop in out of nowhere. And this big ass dog, and I'm joking like, yo, move the dog, because the dog is just watching us. Like, he just watching the face like he wanna join. And she's like, oh, you being nasty. I'm like, nah, like, move the dog. Like, I'm scared. So she tried to go into the master bedroom, but the master bedroom had like a lock to it, like an electronic lock, so she couldn't get into it. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. She like, yo, should I text the dude, like the owner of the crib, like the code? I'm like, nah, you doing too much. Like, it's 1 in the morning. Like, you gonna text him? He gonna act funny about it. So the whole night we just going at it. You feel me? I'm knocking her boots off and we going crazy. Then we go to sleep on the couch. You feel me? And I had the worst sleep of my worst sleep ever. For me, because throughout the whole night, I'm like, yo, these folks might come in at any moment, and if they do, I'm gonna go to jail, because it's like I'm trespassing. They don't know me. I'm a black dude in a white person's crib. So, what you call it? Well, my shit was still up, and even though I kept on waking up during the middle of the night to, you know, have a little quickie, you feel me? And then the next morning, like 8 in the morning, I'm up early, got all my clothes on and everything, getting ready to leave. Shorty wake up like, yo, where you going? I'm like, I'm about to go home, you feel me? Cause I make up some bullshit excuse. And then she like, no, wait, I just got the code from the dude. So she said, at least wait for me to take a shower. So she take a shower, whatever the case may be. And then she come out in her birthday suit with a towel. And she like, come over here. So I'm like, no, but the honey pack, the honey pack in me still up, like, bing, like. So she grabbed me, she bring me into the room, to the master bedroom, big as hell. They had like a little kitchen in there too, type shit. Feel me? They had like a sink and a microwave in the master room and a little bathroom. So she started undressing me and shit like that. She like, get on the bed. So I get on the bed in my birthday suit, and again we start knocking each other. Or I start knocking her boots off. You feel me? And there's a computer in the room with a webcam. I'm like, yo, what if they watching us? She like, oh, don't think like that. Like, you mad paranoid right now. And I handle my business in the bed, and I'm like, yo, damn, yo. The whole time I'm still nervous, and I'm like, yo, I'm in these people's bed, butt ass naked. Like, imagine you come into your crib and you see a grown man in your bed, butt ass naked, under your sheets, sweaty as hell, because I was sweating, you feel me? Because Shorty gave me a little workout, sweating, and you see another girl, and you see a girl naked in there, you're going to be tight, you're going to probably want to fight me. So after that, I'm in the bed naked, sweaty and shit like that, and I fall asleep. I take a little quick nap, get up. I'm like, yo, damn. I went back to the refrigerator. This time, she didn't have to tell me. I went straight to the refrigerator and grabbed me a whole thing of ice. It just made me a little ice. I got a little cup of ice, and I just started eating that shit, and I got up out of there. And then afterwards, I leave. Like, I'm like, yo, I gotta go, because, like, I overdid it. You feel me? And then she started texting me the next day, like, yo, what's going on? Like, I fake butted her up a little bit after we started texting. And then after that, I'm like, you know what? I left her on scene. I never talked to her again. Because I'm like, yo, damn, 2 times me genuinely trying to get to know you, trying to really take you out and shit like that, and you curved me. And the first time we linked, you let me knock your boots off. Like, how many other dudes are you letting them knock your boots off on the first link? You feel me? Especially like that, like in that type of situation, because trust me, that was not no, like, that was like the most craziest kill that I ever did, you feel me? And I'm like, yo, I started thinking, I'm like, you know what, I can't bang with this shorty no more. So that's the end of the story, you feel me? I really don't got nothing else to say about it. Yeah, honey packs, listen, I advise everybody to at least try it, you feel me? Because it should really work. I mean, it works differently for everybody, because when I took it, they say that it takes like 30 minutes for it to work, but for me, it didn't kick in right there and then, you feel me? It probably did, but I wasn't aroused at the time until it was time to actually do it, which was like hella late in the night, you feel me? So listen, fellas, whenever you want, or ladies, whenever you want, you take yourself a little honey pack and go crazy with it, you feel me? Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and get in tune. I'm gonna drop another video soon, and you feel me? I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Peace and blessings. Stay dangerous.